Think your dog is happy just by wagging their tail. Most owners are completely wrong. These hidden signs reveal how truly happy and healthy your dog is, and the final one will surprise you more than you can imagine. Let's begin. Sign 1. The belly-up sleep position. Here's what blows people's minds. When your dog sleeps on their back, legs sprawled everywhere, belly completely exposed, that position would get them killed in the wild. Zero survival instinct, pure trust. But here's the part nobody tells you. It's not just about sleeping on their back, it's about where they do it. A truly happy dog sleeps belly up with their back to the door, the most vulnerable position possible. They've literally turned off 15,000 years of wolf DNA because life is that good. Watch tonight. If your dog hits deep REM sleep in these exposed positions, their subconscious is screaming, "I'm safe." Not just right now, always. Sign 2. The morning greeting intensity. Every morning your dog greets you. But how they greet you reveals their mental state. A happy dog doesn't just wag their tail. Their entire back end wiggles like they can't control it. Scientists call this the full body wag, and it's linked to genuine joy. But if your dog greets you with just a tail wag and stays in place, they might be going through the motions. Also, happy dogs will grab a toy to show you during greetings. It's called gift-giving behavior, and it's pure happiness expressed. Sign 3. The Play-Bow secret. You've seen your dog do this. Chest down, butt up in the air. Most people think it's just play. But researchers discovered something wild. Happy dogs do play bows even when alone, just out of pure joy. It's like they're celebrating life. Unhappy or stressed dogs. They'll only bow when specifically trying to engage another dog, and even then, it looks forced. Watch your dog when they think you're not looking. Do they randomly play bow at nothing? That's pure happiness leaking out. Sign 4. The head tilt means problem solving. When your dog tilts their head while you talk, everyone thinks it's cute, but it actually reveals sophisticated cognitive processing. Happy, mentally stimulated dogs tilt their heads more frequently when listening to you. They're not just hearing sounds, they're trying to understand meaning, decode your words, figure out what might happen next. Research using brain scans showed that head tilting correlates with heightened activity in the dog's auditory and memory centers. They're actively trying to comprehend, not just react. Here's what makes this a happiness indicator. This level of cognitive engagement only happens when a dog's basic needs are so thoroughly met that they have mental energy for complex thinking. A stressed or survival mode dog processes sounds for threat assessment. A happy dog processes sounds for meaning and potential opportunities. Watch when the tilting happens. If your dog tilts their head when you say certain words, they've connected those words to concepts. Walk, treat, car. They're not just recognizing sounds, they're accessing memories and anticipating outcomes. The more words trigger head tilts, the richer their mental life. And rich mental lives only develop in happy, stimulating environments. Some dogs even develop different tilt angles for different people. That's next-level cognitive processing. They're categorizing voices and adjusting their attention accordingly. Sign 5. The coat shine test. Look at your dog's fur right now. Is it shiny and smooth, or dull and patchy? Here's something incredible. Stress hormones directly affect fur quality. A chronically unhappy dog will have fur that looks lifeless, even with perfect nutrition. Happy dogs have coats that shine because low stress means better oil distribution in their skin. But here's the warning sign nobody talks about. If your dog's fur suddenly becomes dull in specific spots, they're stressed about something specific in their environment. Find what changed. Sign 6. They steal your stuff, but don't destroy it. Here's a weird one. Happy dogs sometimes take your belongings. Socks, shoes, TV remote, but they don't chew or destroy them. They'll grab your shoe, carry it to their bed, and just lie down with it. Or take your sock and parade around like they've won the lottery. Then gently place it somewhere and walk away. This behavior is called possession play by animal behaviorists. Dogs are claiming objects that smell strongly of you, not out of anxiety, out of affection. The key difference from destructive chewing. Gentle mouth. No damage. They're not frustratedly destroying. They're affectionately collecting. It's like they're making a little shrine of things that smell like their favorite person. Research found this behavior most common in dogs with secure attachment. They're not seeking attention by stealing. They're independently choosing to surround themselves with your scent when you're not available for direct contact. And watch what happens when you notice. A truly happy dog might give you a playful look or wag while holding your item. They know it's yours. That's partly why it's fun. They're including you in their game even when you weren't planning to play. When you retrieve the item, they release it easily. No guarding, no keep away. They were borrowing, not stealing. This trust and playfulness around resources shows total security. Sign 7. The soft eye phenomenon. This one's subtle but powerful. A happy dog has what trainers call soft eyes. Relaxed eyelids, slow blinks, and calm eye movement. Stressed dogs have wide, alert eyes that dart around constantly. Here's the test. Look at your dog when they're resting. Are their eyes half closed and dreamy? Perfect. Are they wide open, tracking every sound? They're on edge. Also, happy dogs will hold eye contact with you for several seconds without looking away. It's trust made visible. Sign 8. The destructive behavior absence. Let's flip the script. If your dog isn't destroying things, that's massive, but most owners don't realize why. Happy dogs don't need to chew furniture because they're mentally satisfied. Destruction comes from 2 places, boredom or anxiety. If your shoes are safe and your couch is intact, your dog's mental needs are being met. But if they suddenly start destroying things after months of good behavior, something in their routine changed and it's affecting their happiness. Sign 9. The appetite consistency. A happy dog has predictable hunger. They get excited at mealtimes, eat enthusiastically, and finish their food. But here's what's wild. Happy dogs will also occasionally skip meals when they're extra relaxed. It sounds backwards, but extreme contentment can suppress appetite temporarily. However, if your dog regularly refuses food or their eating becomes erratic, that's stress or illness. The pattern matters more than any single meal. Sign 10. The zoomy frequency. Random bursts of energy where your dog races around like crazy? Those are called zoomies, and they're pure happiness overflow. Happy dogs get zoomies regularly, usually after baths, meals, or when you come home. It's excess joy they can't contain. Here's the thing though, if your dog never gets zoomies, they might be too low energy, or they're not experiencing joy peaks. Even calm breeds should have occasional energy explosions. No zoomies ever? Check their happiness levels. Sign 11. The food destruction speed. A happy dog attacks their food like it's their last meal on earth. But here's what's fascinating. It's not about hunger. Happy dogs eat fast because they're excited about everything in life, including meals. Depressed or anxious dogs will either pick at food or eat slowly, checking their surroundings constantly. Time your dog's eating. If they finish a meal in under 2 minutes, that's a happiness indicator. Sign 12. Creative, unpredictable play. Every dog plays. But happy dogs? They improvise like they're directing their own action movie. Picture this. Your dog brings you a rope toy. You reach for it. Suddenly, it's a chase game. Mid-chase, they grab a completely different toy, then drop everything and start doing zoomies in circles. Plot twist after plot twist. Here's what researchers discovered. Dogs who invent these complex play sequences are actually expressing overflow happiness. Their joy level is so high, basic fetch doesn't cut it anymore. They need creative outlets. And check this out. Really content dogs develop signature moves. A specific spin they only do with you. A head fake reserved for their best dog friend. These aren't trained behaviors. They're joy made physical. Personal handshakes with their favorite beings. The timing reveals everything. Happy dogs randomly decide it's party time. Sign 13. The micro-touch language. Forget dramatic affection. The real sign, tiny, almost invisible touches throughout the day. Your dog walks past. Their fur barely brushes your leg. They lie down. Just the tip of their tail touches your foot. They glance at you for exactly 2 seconds during a walk, then keep going. Scientists discovered something incredible about these micro-touches. In already fulfilled dogs, these brief contacts light up the same brain regions as full cuddle sessions. But here's the key. Only in emotionally satisfied dogs, 20 micro-touches daily actually indicates higher life satisfaction than constant demanding attention. Why? Because their emotional tank stays full. Grand gestures become unnecessary. These whisper-soft touches are enough. Watch for the drive-by love tap. Your dog takes a longer route just to brush against you for a split second. They could easily walk around, but they choose that contact. This behavior only emerges when they're so secure in your love, the smallest gestures feel sufficient. Sign 14. The command response time. Here's one nobody talks about. Happy dogs obey commands faster than stressed dogs. Not because they're better trained, but because they're mentally available. A stressed dog hears sit, and their brain is too busy scanning for threats to respond quickly. A happy dog? Instant response because their mind is clear. If your dog suddenly starts ignoring commands they knew perfectly, they're not being stubborn. Something's stressing them out. Sign 15. Lightning-fast stress recovery. Doorbell rings. Dog barks. But watch what happens next. Stressed dogs stay worked up for 30 minutes. Happy dogs? Back to baseline in under 60 seconds. They'll still react. That's normal. But within seconds, their breathing normalizes. Body relaxes. And here's the tell. They yawn. That yawn? Their brain hitting the reset button. Scientists found it only happens when a dog's nervous system is genuinely healthy, not just coping, thriving. When researchers measured heart rates during stressful moments, they found something wild. Happy dogs showed appropriate stress responses, but could differentiate between actual danger and just annoying stuff. This discrimination only develops when everyday life keeps proving they're safe. The ultimate test? You accidentally step on their paw, they yelp, but seconds later, they're seeking comfort from you, the person who hurt them. Their worldview is so fundamentally positive that one bad moment can't shake their foundation. That's deep security. Sign 16. Casual relationship with food. This behavior amazes most people. Really happy dogs leave food in their bowl. They'll eat some, wander off, maybe check what you're doing. Come back later. Not sick, not picky, just completely relaxed about food because they've never once worried about their next meal. Here's what abundance teaches dogs. They'll bring toys to their food bowl, eat a little, go see you, return for more. Food becomes just another nice part of their day, not desperate survival. You can interrupt them eating, pet them, move their bowl, even take food from their mouth. Zero concern, just mild curiosity. Because experience taught them more always comes. Watch treat behavior. Truly happy dogs get excited but maintain control. They can perform tricks without fixating like the treat might vanish. They wait calmly. And sometimes, they actually decline treats if they're not hungry. Only dogs who've never experienced scarcity can casually turn down free food. Their resource relationship is completely relaxed. Sign 17. Comfortable alone time. Everyone talks about separation anxiety, but scientists discovered its opposite. Dogs so secure that alone time becomes genuine rest time. Hidden cameras revealed happy dogs don't pace or door watch. They actually sleep deeply when you're gone. Not fake sleep. Real REM cycles. Check sleeping positions when alone. Anxious dogs face doors, curl tight, watch for your return. Happy dogs? Middle of rooms, on their backs, completely vulnerable positions. They're genuinely resting because your return is guaranteed in their mind. Japanese scientists observed something fascinating. Dogs from happy homes fell into deep dream sleep within 15 minutes of owners leaving. Anxious dogs barely achieved deep sleep until owners returned. But here's what really shows security. Before you leave, these dogs often go to their bed before you grab your keys. They recognize departure signals and think, great quiet time. Some actually seem to enjoy alone time, saving certain toys specifically for solo play. When happiness doesn't depend entirely on your presence, that's true contentment. Sign 18. Curious but always connected. Happy dogs demonstrate perfect balance. They explore while keeping you as their emotional anchor. On walks, they'll investigate something interesting, then look back at you, like they're sharing their discovery, not checking if you're still there, sharing the moment. Scientists call this secure exploration. These dogs follow a pattern. Investigate. Return to you. Investigate again with increased confidence. They're using you as their safety net while maintaining independence. Put them somewhere new. They might show caution for 30 seconds, then begin exploring with growing confidence. Just knowing you're present provides enough security. No constant reassurance needed. This rapid environmental adaptation only develops when their worldview treats new things as interesting rather than threatening. And when things don't work out, they can't reach something. Another dog won't play. They simply redirect to the next interesting thing. This easy redirection shows happiness doesn't require perfect outcomes. Contentment is already their default. Individual disappointments become irrelevant. Sign 19. Personalized tail vocabulary. Every dog wags. But truly happy dogs, they've developed an entire tail language. One wag for you. Different one for your partner. Another for the neighbor they like. Special one for their dog best friend. Each important relationship gets its own greeting. Using slow-motion cameras, researchers counted over 30 different tail positions and movements in happy dogs, compared to only 10 in stressed dogs. A content dog might have a specific tail curl just for treat time, particular angle for play invitations, unique wiggle when they're happy but sleepy. These dogs even make different facial expressions for situations. One eyebrow raise when confused, head tilts at varying angles depending on what they're processing. This expressive complexity only emerges when emotional life is rich enough to require detailed communication. Watch for anticipatory body language. Happy dogs start showing excitement before events occur. They develop a certain look when dinner time approaches, specific tail position when sensing an incoming walk. Being able to anticipate and physically express future joy means their days contain reliable happy moments they can count on. Predictable pleasure woven into daily experience. Sign 20. Self-invented joy rituals. Every dog has comfort behaviors, but truly happy dogs create pleasure rituals. Unique actions performed purely for enjoyment. Maybe they always grab a specific toy after dinner, do exactly 3 spins before lying on the couch. These behaviors are celebrations, not compulsions. Key difference: flexibility. Anxious dogs have rigid routines they must complete. Happy dogs have rituals they choose to perform, might skip them occasionally, modify them situationally. Choosing these comfort behaviors shows they're adding extra joy to an already satisfying life. Not managing stress. Research found the happiest dogs had about 5 different comfort rituals they'd cycle through. Importantly, these were self-invented, not learned behaviors. Maybe they discovered hanging their head off the bed feels amazing. Carrying a sock around brings deep satisfaction. These behaviors often emerge during peak happiness moments, when contentment needs physical expression. Might be a special carpet roll after great walks. Particular happy groan when settling for naps. These joy expressions are like satisfied sighs. Completely unnecessary, but deeply fulfilling to perform. Sign 21. Sleep diversity. Really observant owners notice this final sign. Truly happy dogs don't just sleep extensively, they have different sleep types throughout the day. Power naps, deep sleeps, light dozing, alert resting. This variety only emerges when dogs feel safe enough to fully relax in different ways. Sleep research found emotionally satisfied dogs spend significantly more time in dream sleep than stressed dogs. More importantly, they can achieve dream sleep in just 10-minute naps. Not only during long night sleeps. Dropping into dreams, this quickly means their nervous system can shift into deep rest mode instantly. Watch for social sleeping, sleeping near you but not touching, positioned to see you upon waking. This represents deep sleep with maintained awareness, not vigilance. This perfect balance between independence and connection during sleep only happens when emotional needs are completely fulfilled. Happy dogs select different sleep spots for different purposes throughout the day. Sunny spots for afternoon dozing, cool tiles for deep midday sleep, near family for evening rest. This thoughtful location selection shows they're actively crafting their rest experience for maximum enjoyment, not just collapsing from exhaustion. Sign 22. They greet other dogs with confidence. Watch how your dog approaches other dogs. Truly happy dogs have a specific greeting style that screams emotional security. They approach in curves, not straight lines, body loose and wiggly. tail in a neutral or slightly raised position. They might do a play bow from a distance, then wait for the other dog's response. Here's the key part. If the other dog isn't interested, they don't take it personally. No deflation, no persistence. Just cool, moving on. This emotional resilience only exists in dogs whose happiness doesn't depend on external validation. Research found that socially confident dogs use what's called calming signals naturally. Yawning, looking away briefly, approaching sideways. These aren't signs of anxiety in this context. They're signs of social intelligence and emotional security. But here's what really shows their happy baseline. After greeting a new dog, whether it went well or not, they return to you with the same energy level they had before. No emotional hangover, no mood shift. They're so emotionally stable that social interactions don't create lasting impacts. Win or lose, they reset to happy. That's emotional mastery. If your dog shows even 10 of these signs, you're not just a dog owner. You're a life builder. You've created an existence so rich, so secure, and so fulfilling that your dog's every behavior radiates contentment. These aren't trained behaviors. You can't force genuine happiness. These signs emerge naturally when a dog's physical needs, emotional needs, and mental needs are all consistently met. And here's what matters most. Your dog's happiness isn't about expensive toys or perfect training. It's about consistent love, reliable routine, genuine connection, and the safe space you've created. Every soft-eyed glance, every silly moment, every content sigh is your dog saying thank you. Not in words. In the language of pure, uncomplicated joy. You did that. Keep going.